6 with breaking news this evening. Louisville is mourning because U of L basketball great Junior Bridgeman has died. Sources tell us that Bridgeman was at a charity event today at the Galt House and collapsed, suffering a medical emergency. The Galt House here in the last 15 minutes or so has confirmed that he passed away. The 71-year-old was taken to the hospital by ambulance. Bridgeman, of course, played basketball of U of L in the 70s under legendary coach Denny Crum. Went on to play 12 seasons in the NBA, mostly for the Milwaukee Bucks. Most recently, he is known for his successful business ventures in Louisville. So whether you knew him as a basketball player or a businessman or an entrepreneur or a philanthropist, WDRB's Rick Bozich, you knew Junior Bridgeman as a friend.
Yeah, I've been talking and texting to a bunch of former U of L players and friends of Junior Bridgeman's, and one of them said it best, that Louisville lost an angel today, and we did. It'll leave a hole in the heart of the city because of all the fantastic things that he did and the way he invested in this community and became a part of it.
And let's talk more about that, his impact, his giving. I said earlier that somebody would have to tell you that Junior Bridgeman was a billionaire because he was the most humble guy that you'd know. Absolutely,
and since I talked to you the last time, I thought of another project he was involved in. That was the West End School. He gave more money to West End School than anybody. Southeast Christian Church, he was a strong Christian. The Muhammad Ali Center, the University of Louisville, the Boy Scouts. Even though when he was a kid, I read a story a little while ago, his family didn't have the $1.25 for him to join the Boy Scouts.
Interesting that you mentioned the Boy Scouts because it was at a charity event for the Boy Scouts where he took ill this afternoon.
That's right. He was doing an interview up on the stage in front of a fundraiser for them, and he did a lot of fundraising in this community. I could tell a million stories about him. He's known as a legend around the NBA because he is a guy who had a good NBA career, a very good NBA career, but he took what he learned in the NBA, he connected with the owner of the Milwaukee Bucks, and he became a businessman and built this huge empire with Wendy's and Chili's and Blaze Pizza and Mark's Feed Store, and then he's gone on to Coca-Cola bottling, and he owns a part of the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, his impact in terms of his business success is incredible.
I remember the last time that I interviewed him back in probably 2021, I want to say, because he had purchased Ebony magazine.
Yes, he did.
Out of bankruptcy.
Because he thought it was important.
Sure.
The legacy of the magazine was important. He almost bought Sports Illustrated. He tried to buy Sports Illustrated, but that didn't go through. But yeah, he bought Ebony magazine because he thought it was important. Because when he was young, he remembers his mom and dad reading it, and he read it, and he thought it was important for the community.
Absolutely. I mean, for so many black families, not just in Louisville, but throughout the country, Ebony and Jet, Essence, they were always on the coffee table.
For sure.
So he preserved that legacy, and that just really speaks to his giving spirit. Is there a memory that stands out most for you?
Wow. The memory is, remember the one time early in my career, I wanted to interview him about his success as a businessman. And he said, yeah, come to Wendy's. And I thought, your headquarters at Wendy's? He goes, no, come to the Wendy's out on Shelbyville Road on Tuesday at noon. I'll be working there. And I thought, you're working? And I went there and he was working the drive-through window. And because he thought it was important a couple days a week to work in the restaurant and hand out meals to the customers as they came through and talk to them about what they liked and what they didn't like. He thought that was the secret of his success, to really know the business.
I'm sure in the days and weeks and months ahead, there are going to be many stories just like that, and probably some stories that we've never heard from of Junior's gift and giving in this community. Rick, I'm sorry for the loss of your friend, and our hearts go out to the Bridgeman family as well. Thank you for your time today. Louisville's mayor released this statement on Bridgeman's passing, saying, quote, "Today we lost a kind, generous, and groundbreaking legend. He was an All-American at U of L, an NBA All-Star, and a self-made billionaire. Yet I will most remember Junior Bridgeman for his quiet, impactful assistance to others in need, his love for Doris and his entire family, and his never-ending support for our community. Junior made us all better people, and Louisville a better city." The Muhammad Ali Center has released this statement on Bridgeman's passing, saying the Ali Center remembers the life and what is certain to be a lasting legacy of Junior Bridgeman. It goes on to say, much like Muhammad Ali, Jr.'s success in sports, both in the NBA and with the University of Louisville, only served as a platform to advance his life and philanthropy.